there are two important software, which is a very common software, you can say, in other words, because now in these days the people are more user friendly to work with the technology, and it's a demand of the today's, like if you are not well enough equipped with the technology, you would not be able to do your work fast as well as more precise and effective. So in order to do the research work in any stream or any discipline, or either this research work is at graduate level, postgraduate level, and PhD level, at any level, you know that in the research process there are two important things are very important. There are two important, you can say the segment is very important, as you know that the reference is one of the major segment that you can't even avoid, and if it is not in proper way, you would not be able to when submit your manuscript, and any one of the point of time, maybe the examiner, maybe the editor can point out that your reference is not proper. At the same time, as far as my experience is concerned, as a teaching almost 6 years of teaching experience, I have realized that most of the time, especially the undergraduate students, commit mistake to make a reference, and every time we have told them that you should write the reference in a certain way. uh, After all, I realized that in the later on time, I realized that it's not a very easy task to do in any research work, because it's a very tedious kind of task, and not that much even creative task that we generally do in terms of methodology, discussion, introduction, and literature review segment. So reference, sometime we ignore all the time, we can say that it should be done in the in a lenient way, and we can do it at the later on time, but ultimately it requires huge efforts, and as a researcher you must have to devote certain time to manage your references. Why references managing is a very important, as I told you, it's a tedious task, and everybody wants to get rid with all these things, and this is our compulsion that we must follow the certain rules. Like if we are a scholar of psychology, we bound to follow the APA rules, and time to time it keeps changing the rules, like APA 6th edition, now we have APA 7th edition, and every time there is a little bit changes that we find in the every edition. And to keep all this information in our mind when we are writing reference, it's a very tough task. So ultimately, how we can do it with very precisely and very effectively without having any error. The two important factors that comes in our mind when we write any research paper. First thing, to write reference appropriately, and the second important thing is don't miss any citation within our text. So sometimes we cite the text, but we do not write in the bibliography or reference part. So this is always a chance that we miss out certain author name which has been cited in the text but has not been attributed in the references. So these two problems we can address with only one software, which is called Mendeley, and which is known as a reference manager software. I will be discussing about the reference managing software, which is Mendeley. Apart from Mendeley, there are numerous of software you can find when you go Google the terms that how we can manage the references. You would get a good number of different software. But again, there's a problem that if we have a different software, then the problem comes in front of us, like whether they are charging something, or it's subscription based, or it's a free of cost. So of course, the Mendeley is one of the software, you can say, it does not charge up to the 2 GB of memory. If you are keeping your data up to 2 GB, they will not charge any money. But when you skip up to more than 2 GB, they will charge certain amount of money. It's up to you. If you want to eliminate certain data from your database, it will again come below the 2 GB. It's a matter of only the management. And I don't think that in Mendeley we have to pay any money in any point of time if you are able to manage your whole script within the 2 GB of memory. The first. The reference is something that we need to taken into consideration very seriously. The reason is that after all, whatever the things you are writing in your research paper, it's depend upon the quality, and the research quality depend upon the three major things. You know, I have been discussing about these things in the class in the numerous of time. So these three things are: the first is the criteria that we consider as a good research. One is it should be logical. The second, it should be empirical, or the third, it should be replicable. When we say the term logical, it's depend upon how logically you argue the things in your research work, and your logical part would totally depends upon your prior literature review or prior researches. If you don't have a prior researches, you can't logically put your ideas in your research work, and it has been already discussed in the previous lectures or sessions. So I'm not going into the detail, but I'm just trying to signify that why these tools are important and why you should devote certain time to explore these tools in your research work. So once you cite these things in your research article, it gives you two opportunities. First, to logically put your idea in your script, and you are citing and attributing some author from where you have borrowed your idea. And once you citing their ideas in terms of your own language, of course it does not comes under the plagiarism. So you also keep yourself safe in terms of the plagiarism once you cite, attribute their ideas in your own words, as I can say. The second things, as an author, if you publish certain article and your article is not attributed by the other authors, what is your contribution is all about? How you can say that my contribution is there in the field of psychology in any discipline? So you are expecting in the same way that the others should also attribute your ideas. If they are borrowing your idea, they should must attribute you and your reference in your citation. The reason is why this attribution is going to be very important, and all these things are depend upon your citation and your referencing managers. So once you've been cited by other person and you are citing other person, in both the way there are two author matrix basically increase, and this author matrix is called H index or I10 index. So these two matrix are very important. The reason is, how do you decide the particular author is a good author and I should follow this author in my research work? You know that when we go for any review paper of kind of things, we try to select a limited number of paper to review it in our study. And how do you decide that this paper is really a very good paper and I should cite, I should review this paper, I should take this paper in my review things, or if you are doing certain things in your study. So to decide how the paper is effective, we generally go with the citation. And citation cannot be possible if you are not attributing them in your paper. And if it is not attributing well in your paper and your reference is not proper, then the attribution could not be considered as well. So therefore, now you can see that now in these days in the 7th edition of the APA, that in the reference there should be DOI. DOI is the kind of web address which is also known as digital object identifier. As simply that with that address you can directly identify the particular author article. So the main purpose behind it, that the author who has contributed in the particular discipline should be attributed and gain certain advantage, and others should also know who is more popular author. So any agency who decide about the author, that we should give certain award to the author or not on the basis of H index and I10 index. So you will surprised to know that in the Nobel Prize, when the committee decide for the Nobel Prize, it is also considered one of the index that the author has published how many paper and their H index and I10 index is there or not, and if it is there, then what is the value of H index and I10 index. Let me briefly talk about H index and I10 index. All these are related with the reference, therefore I am talking here, I am taking your little bit time here. The reason is, when you have to decide the author is good or bad, it's depend upon the author H index or I10 index, or or particular paper is popular or not, it's depend upon the particular paper citation. So you will see in the Google Scholar, when you search any article, you will see every article is reflecting with their citation score. So how many times it has been cited. Of course, when you see that the particular topic has been, the particular article has been cited more than 1,000 times, it means it is more popular, and most of the author has been use that paper in their research work. So we should keep this paper for our study in order to review the article. So this is the one of the matter. So H index is the index basically developed by one of the author. His name is Harris, and the H is the first letter, and it actually comes with the Scopus indexing or Web of Science indexing kind of journal. They give H index indexing. So H index is the index depend upon, there's a formula. The formula is like the n number of papers should publish n number of times. As cited should be n number of papers should be cited n number of times. Suppose you have published 5 papers, then H index would be depend upon if all the 5 paper at least cited 5 times, then your H index would be 5. Suppose out of 5 paper, 1 paper has been cited 1 times, and all the paper has been cited only 1 times, then your H index would be 1. So suppose you have published 2 paper, and if you want to make your H index 2, it should be there that both of the paper at least cited 2 times. Otherwise, your H index would be remain 1. So similarly, if you have a 10 paper, it does not mean your H index would be 10. Only when your all the 10 paper has been cited at least 10 times by other authors, then it would be considered as the H index 10. Similarly, it usually use the H index. Actually, now in these days, publisher is also using for their journals, and the methodology is same. Publisher is using, any agency like DST can also use that. Their H index is what is their H index. Any research agency can identify their metrics with the H index or I10 index. I10 index is the index which basically generated by only the Google Scholar. When the Google Scholar has a different methodology, it talks about every paper should, each paper n number of papers should be at least cited 10 times. Therefore, the number is I10. So I10 index is all about the Google Scholar index, in which your each paper should be at least cited 10 times. If you have published 5 paper and only 2 paper has been cited 10 times and more, then your I10 index would be 2. If your 5 papers and each paper has been cited more than 10 times, your comparatively your citation or the index would be increased accordingly as per the 10 times. But the problem is that in the H index and I10 index, both index are the index that separately manage. If your paper is not reflecting in Google Scholar, then it would not consider the citation. So your paper should reflect in the Google Scholar. Therefore, they would consider citation as per the I10 index. Similarly, in the Scopus and Web of Science journals, if you have published your paper, then it should be considered H10, H index would be considered in that way. So this is overall brief understanding about these things. The reason only is your citation, your referencing is not only a matter of your structure of the research paper, but also it gives a lot to the other authors, and ultimately one or the other time you will get the same attribution for your paper if you have contributed a lot. Right. So this is the brief introduction about the reference role of reference in our research process. So I'm going to demonstrate you how we use Mendeley as a software. As I told you, it's a free of cost software, and at the same time we will also discuss about the another software which is also freely accessible and available, which is called Jamovi. And Jamovi is also one of the alternative for SPSS, and because SPSS is the subscription based software, and you will now you might be aware about the things is that now in these days every reputed journals, they ask to write whether which type of which version you have used in your statistical analysis. If you are writing like SPSS 24.0 version, then you must have possessing the subscription of that software. It's an ethical concern that they sometimes also ask for this. Some of the journals, like the journals which is nature publisher, they usually ask sometime to give the subscription, send the subscription certificate with attached with the manuscripts that you are submitting. So these kind of things, day by day it's increasing. So why we either we have a subscription, then there's nothing to worry about it. If the institution is providing the subscription, nothing to worry about it. If we do not have subscription, especially in the level of PhD work, in the graduation and master degree work, there is a limited scope where we can get the subscription. Although in the some of the institutions like IIT sometimes provide, and now in these days DU has also one of the initiative. I have gone through the website, तो वहाँ देखा था कि वो लोग भी provide करें, but it's a very limited. So again, if you have a limited resources, how you can get more and how you can get well in your study. So this is only one way through which you can do it. Right now I found this is the one way through which you can do effective analysis without any money, and it is also a free software that we will discuss in the second part of this segment. So let's move towards the Mendeley first, and then we will move towards another things which is called Jamovi. So let me share the screen first. Hopefully the screen is visible. Please confirm. Yes, okay, thank you. So for Mendeley software, it's also known as a Mendeley library manager, or we can say it's your own library that you can develop for your own purposes. So you know that now in these days we have more mobility. We do not live in a one place. Sometimes we go here and there. So we don't keep always our laptop with us. And you know that any point of time when we get a certain amount of time and we want to contribute for our research work, then definitely we should keep our library with us. Either we can keep our hard disk with us all the time, or we have another option which is called Mendeley. Mendeley give you opportunity to keep your data in a cloud, which is available for the Mendeley software, and elsewhere has developed this Mendeley. And with the cloud, you are keeping your data in the cloud up to 2 GB, and whenever it requires, only you need internet. And you know that now in these days internet is very accessible and very cheap to get access to that. So only the internet facility is required, and anywhere you can start your work with your data, which you are not carrying with you, but it is there in the cloud, and you don't have to worry about your hard disk you have and all these things. So it is also your library, your personal library, where you can keep all the articles and you can use whenever you want to use it, and without any further problems. So let's start with the Mendeley. So one thing you have to do is to install your software. I'm just demonstrating you from where you can get the file. So just type Mendeley. So there are three things that you need to know here. One is called Mendeley desktop, another one is called Mendeley web, and another one is called Mendeley add-on, and something that is extension which is also there in the Word file. So I will talk about it one by one. So this is the Mendeley download Mendeley. Once you click on the Mendeley, you will see this first website, and when you click in this website, you can see here the first interface or window that appears, which talks about download now for window. So you can directly click on this and you can download it. So don't worry about the registration. They usually ask for the registration, and the registration is completely free. You have to only log in these things, and login is necessary to work on the Mendeley or any software. The reason is you are keeping your data, and how they would decide that without having login. So once you log in the particular system, you will be able to see your content. So only by clicking this you can download for your window, because my system is window operating system, therefore it's only direct showing the window. Here you have Mac version and all. So before downloading, I would suggest you to first go and sign in your account. Means sign in, either you can create your account, or if you have already a Mendeley account, you can go with the that login. I will show you how to log in it. Before going to that, let me show you the things that here the download options are appearing, and in the downloads options you will see all the versions, latest versions. So once you click on download, it's naturally start the downloading process. But and after downloading these things, you can install by following the instruction. And installation, now in these days everybody know how to install it. Only by clicking those things you can install in your desktop. So now, as I have already installed in my system Mendeley, I am just opening the Mendeley software which is already installed in my system. What are the things they ask? Once we open the Mendeley desktop software, run the Mendeley desktop software in our system. Let's see one by one. So here you can see the option for register. So you should have, on the first time when you work on the Mendeley, the internet connectivity is required the very first time. The reason is, once you get registered in the Mendeley software on database, you will not be you will not even they will not ask you any kind of further registration. And you can work offline as well. So suppose you have a very limited internet connectivity, you can only you can work offline as well. And at the end of your work, you need certain amount of internet to synchronize your data in the cloud. So you can work offline at the end of the work, and you have to only synchronize your data on the cloud. So it also works offline because it's a software which has been already installed in your system. So by clicking the registered option, you can register your account. I have already registered in this account, so I have a login and password. So I am just signing in the system so that I can show you the interface which is there within the Mendeley. So these are the things that you can see how to install and all these things. I'm going to discuss about it. So I'm just skipping all these things. So now you can see here in this system, there are something which have I have already uploaded certain things in my database, so I'm not discussing about it. Let's go one by one. How you can keep your data in your Mendeley software. First of all, you have to give input. In any software only works when you have an input. Without input you can't get output. So input in the sense, you have to keep all the article that you have already downloaded, or you can download and put here in the Mendeley desktop. So I'm going one by one so that you can understand what actually it is all about. So here you can see the create folder. So because I do have already different folders, so therefore all the folders are showing here. But let me start with one by one and make the new folder like seminar, for example. So once I click the seminar, then the seminar folder has been created. And you can see there's no content in the seminar folder. So how we can import the content in the seminar folder? There are 2 or 3 ways. So the first way is directly, the first way is a very simple way that you can directly, let me show you. You can directly drag and drop the content here. Like for example, suppose I have some article, I have already downloaded some article and I want to keep them here. So just I have to click here. Sorry, Suppose this article I want to keep in this folder in Mendeley, and by dragging and dropping the functions, you can directly keep all the articles accordingly. Means there's no need to upload and keep all these things in the your folder, especially the Mendeley desktop folder that you have created like seminar. This is the one function. Another, if you don't find comfortable to drag and drop, you can directly add here by add file. So by keeping add files, normally we know how to attach the file. Similarly, you can see like see the desktop. In the desktop, I have a seminar folder in a cognitive style. Suppose I would like to add this article, you can add by this. So suppose I have a 50 article, and one by one I can't do it because it would take more time. So there's another options that you have. You can directly upload the folder. In the folder, once you click on the folder, let me show you first one by one. So add, then add folder. So in the folder segment, you can go and see your desktop. Where is your desktop? Because we have kept our file in the desktop. So click on desktop, then seminar, and as you can see that there are 3 folders that I have created in the three segments. So suppose I have to import the cognitive style article which is there. So just select and OK. And you can see all these articles simultaneously, and one go you can import into your database in your Mendeley desktop. So now you can see here that I have significantly uploaded a good number of articles in my database, which is and the folder name is seminar. So you can see here, once you click, what are the functions? Let me show you the functions first. So here you can see the functions. In the functions, once you click on the any article, all the detail of the article you can find here. And when you double click on this article, the another tab, like this is your library tab, and individual differences means this article name is individual differences, and you can see the article has been opened in the different tab, and you can make the notes simultaneously. If you want to make the notes here, you can write whatever the thing. Suppose for example here these things I personally like that it should be there in my text, so you can make a note accordingly. You can highlight it if you are going through the things and you want to make it highlight, you can also highlight it. So you can highlight, and later on you can study about it as per your need. And if you want to make a certain note here, you can also put a note here, like here, like it's important, or it's a very important facts, like any things you can make the notes. And when you click the notes, you will understand that what actually this paragraph is talking about. This is a similar function that you can find in the latest Adobe Acrobat PDF software, but in this segment you will do all the functions that actually needed when you go for the research writing. So I'm just deleting all these things. So these are the details you can find easily. Some of the time it happens that these details are some of the time would not show in the database. Reason is, if the PDF version is in image form, they would not extract, the Mendeley does not extract all the information which is required for referencing. Because you know that the journal name, the ER, volume, issue, all these things are really necessary when you go for the citation and the title. So for example, let me show, the volume is not showing here. So you can manually add these things in your database, so that whenever you use this article, you can have a perfect reference. Otherwise, in the reference segment, these two segments would be, it will not appear in your final reference segment. So this is the things that you have to take care. So if you think that no, the volume 17 is not correct, so you manually edit it as well in your database. So basically what you are doing here, you have to check or most of the time it actually extract the information, but I have found them in some of the occasions that it does not extract all the article which is all the information which is necessary for the referencing. This is the database that you can keep and make your notes accordingly. The another things is that, for example, I have uploaded all these article in my database, but suddenly I sign out all these things. It would be there in my database only in my computer, but it has not been synchronized in the database of the cloud. So only one thing you have to do, you have to click on sync. This is the sync options that is appearing here, and by clicking on the sync, your data would be placed in your database, especially in the cloud. So these things you need to know first. Another important tools through which you can also import your data, like you are searching some article directly on the web page of the like Science Direct and other, and you want to keep those articles directly on your Mendeley. There's another option that is also there that you should know. The install web importer. Web importer is a kind of extension which is there for the Chrome extension. I would also like to show you कैसे ये होता है, मैं ये भी दिखाऊंगा आपको. उससे पहले मैं ये बता दूं कि the function of these two important what we say add-on or application that you must install prior to the work. If you have just started working on Mendeley, these two plugins you must install before working. So the install web importer is important, and uninstall is why uninstall is showing, because I have already installed in my system, therefore it is showing uninstall in MS plugins. So because we have to work on MS Word, in MS Word we write all the articles and we cite the citations and we write the bibliography or references, whatever. So the plugin should be there so that the Mendeley would work simultaneously or synchronized with the MS Office. So I have already installed these two functions. So I'm not, so if it is not there in your system, you must install these two, because it is the necessary plugins that you should install in your system. Let me show you how it works finally. So let me open the Word file. So you can see here in the Word file, suppose I am writing something like handness is a marker of virality, for example. And once I write all these things, I would like to cite certain author here. So what you have to do, once you install your plugins, in the reference section, you would see the Mendeley options, open Mendeley and the insert citation. So these options would appear only when you installed your plugins, Mendeley plugins in your, that was appearing here in the tool section, right? So because it has been already installed, therefore it is showing this segment. So what you have to do, you have to insert citation. If you have, suppose you know the author name, by author name you can search directly. For example, if I know the author name, WAD and something like that, laterality and language experiences. Suppose this article I would like to cite, you can click and press on OK button, and you will see that it is showing 1, because I have not selected yet the type of referencing. You know that there are various type of referencing we have, like all these styles already is in default mode. You can go for the more style by clicking more style, and from where you can import the style. Suppose we are the psychology scholars, for example, we usually go for the American Psychological Association 7th edition. Once I click this, that the citation style would naturally change, and this is the actual format of APA. So this is not the way through which only we have completed our referencing. There's another way through which you can also do it, like emotion regulation. Suppose emotion regulation is a very essential element of life. Suppose, for example, if anything I am writing here and I would like to add on another referencing, but I don't know the actual author name. So what you can do, you can go click on the go to Mendeley, and suppose this article I would like to cite. Once you click, suppose this one, or suppose this one I would like to cite. Once you click this article, there is an option that appears which is called cite, and after clicking on cite, you can see the citation has been already done. So suppose I have done 2 citation here, and you may start your article by the author name, like following has been said, that kind of things. So there are 2 ways through which we cite the author, either at the end of the sentence or at the beginning of the sentence. So if the beginning of the sentence you would like to cite anyone, you can also do it. Suppose I don't know any author name. Suppose, for example, this one I would like to cite. So it is started, and you know that we don't write like this at the beginning of the sentences. Suppose found that if I am writing something, then what you have to do, you have to just edit something manually, and because it usually take at the beginning, and so once you edit something, it will ask you that keep the manual edit or under the manual edit. So you have to keep your manual edit because it's required. So whatever the things you write, you can go in the same way. And when you make the references, like at the end of the or at the beginning, you can do at as per your requirement simultaneously. Then the references, how they can make the references easily, only you have to click on insert bibliography. So once we click on insert bibliography, you can see all these references has been already created by Mendeley without any corrections. And also we have not missed out any one of the citation in my references. So these things would not generally happen when we write the article, and by single click you can get all the references in APA format. You can see all the DOI has been already given in all the article. Suppose, for example, in one of the occasion I found that no, this article was not appropriate. I had to add some different article. Then you can also edit and export it from the Mendeley without refreshing, or you can refresh it if you have added something extra, or suppose you want to make it something different. So suppose I want to add different, although you can see that the author references is already there, but I would like to add something different author which was done by me incorrectly. So again we can add some different author with references, and once we add it, you can see that the previous references has been already eliminated by Mendeley itself. So you can see when you eliminate, when you add, edit anything manually, it would be a very tedious task to you for you to go and again change the references. You are changing here the references, and the references you are citing different author, and you can see the references is changing simultaneously. So this is again the things that you need to know, and this is the major functions you can find. Suppose you realize that in some of the paper they ask not for the APA format, in the numbering format, or in some other format, MLA format, Chicago format, any other format, just you have to click on this and you will see the references has been changed accordingly. Some of the occasions you will find Venkura is a very popular kind of citation style, which also refer in some of the journals. So you can click on this and you can see that how they have changed these things 1, 2, and 3. So accordingly, as per your demand, you can change the things. And suppose you have written on an article, and in the different journals, they are demanding different kind of citation style or referencing style. Every time you will have to spend a lots of time, energy to make references according to their demand. But by clicking all these things, you can do it in one click, and it would save a good amount of time and energy, and you will be able to make your references very correctly. So another things that you need to know here, as I told you in the beginning, that you can directly import the things from a certain website where you have you are searching your article. For example, usually we go for the Science Direct. So science Science Direct is one of the website through which we got a good number of journals. So for example, if we have to search something in the Science Direct, and if we are searching something in the Science Direct, like for example, emotion regulation, and when we click on search button, you can see here the certain articles has been appeared in front of you. If you have no subscription and you are not signed in with the institution, they will only reflect the open access article. So you can see here the open access article is showing, and the PDF download PDF is showing. It means you can download it without any subscription. So it is open access article, therefore you can download it wherever and whenever you find this kind of icons. It means these are the open access, and you can see the open access icon is also reflecting here. Suppose I have to use this article in my database, I have to keep this article in my database. Also, I have to use this article in my research work. So in manually, what you can do, you can download it first, then you can import in your Mendeley. You can directly import here from here in your Mendeley database. How you can do it? As I told you, there is a plugin you have to install. So once you install the plugin, you will see the plugin here. As I have shown you that this plugin would appear like this, and they will ask you for the sign in for the very first time. यदि आपका already signing नहीं होगा तो sign in करने के लिए बोलेगा. So let me sign in once again. It will ask for the password first. You can select a stay sign in, or maybe you can unselect these things. So I'm just clicking on this. Once you sign in, what actually happens, I'm just showing you. So now I have signed in with the another extension which is there. Now you can see here that my account is showing how many folders were there. Every folders you can see here, but the folder that we have created, which is seminar, is not showing here. The reason is we have done all the work only as an offline mode. So what you have to do, you have to work on these things, like to synchronize the things. When you synchronize the things, you will get all the function. Otherwise, you will not be able to find the things in your database. Let me delete something so that it will not take that much time. So I am just clicking on synchronize, and you can see here the synchronizing is going on. Once it has been done, you will see that all the folder that we have created just before at the beginning would appear in the in this segment. So let me go and once again and see whether it is showing or not. Not showing. The reason is already we have, sorry. Let me once again sign out and sign in, because we have not synchronized it earlier. Therefore, the folder is not showing in the icon. So once again, it will take a few seconds. So now let me check whether this seminar folder is showing or not. Now you can see the seminar folder is showing. So I have to keep the data in my seminar folder, not in other folder. So just I have clicked on the seminar folder, and you can add the things whatever the is showing here. This has been already selected all, so all article would be downloaded in your system. But I don't want to take all the articles, only the first article, which is the effect of self and interpersonal emotion. So here I am clicking on this article because this is the free article, therefore it is showing view PDF. Otherwise it would not show you the PDF not found. It means that it is not a free access website. If you have a subscriptions, like some institutions provide subscription, once you log in with the subscription, all this segment would show that PDF is available. So view PDF means you can download it directly. So once I click on add, it will directly import into the system, which is called Mendeley. So it has been already imported in the system. Let me check here that whether it is imported or not. So the paper name is the effect of self and interpersonal emotions. So it is not showing right now. The reason again is the synchronization. So let me synchronize it first. And the paper that we you can search the paper name is the effect of self. Okay, so the effect of self, you can see here the paper has been already uploaded in the segments, and when you click on double click, you can directly see in your database. So the paper, we have not downloaded this paper separately manually, but it has been directly imported in your Mendeley database. So by doing all these things, you can directly import. Sometime it happens like, for example, emotion regulation. For example, we want to cite a certain website from where we have taken certain material, like let's say this site. So what you have to do, you have to just click again in your Mendeley, so that it can import your the content from in your database. So once you click on these things, that the content is showing in your database, and you have to import into seminar, you can click add on that. So the title of this web page, that is not the paper, and it has, I've just click on the particular things. You can take it from the Wikipedia and all. These things has been already added. So the title name is what is emotion regulation. So let me go and see that this has been uploaded or not. So you can see here what is emotion regulation. The detail of these things you will find here. For example, if I want to cite this web page in my article or in my writing, so you can just click on this insert citation, or you can type the whole content that is there, or title, what is emotion, or you can go with the things. For example, let me search is what is emotion. So you can see here that when you recall your title, it can be easy for you to search the article. And the title has been written like this. ND means not defined, and you can see that whole things that in APA format retrieved on September 26, 2021, and the website from where we usually say that if the author name is not there, then we write ND. if any article which is there, and in the article that we are citing, but there is no author name, then usually we write ND, and from the date of retrieval we can use. So you can see here that the web page referencing is also very tough for the students and sometimes for us. Then it can be easily done by using this software which is called Mendeley. So there are three functions that I have discussed with you. The first, you can directly import from your database which is there in your system. The second, through the web page you can directly import. Third, with the plugin you can directly import. So by these things, by keeping all these things in your mind, you can generate your own database, or you can create your own library, and you can use directly in your Word file, and you can make references very effectively. So you can't even miss any one of the references that you have mentioned. So it would be a very easy for you to submit the article if you are in worry, or if you are in a hurry and you want to submit it as early as possible. So it will save you a huge amount of time, because when we submit the article in any journals, we generally go through the primary things, which is all the references is there or not, it is in APA format or not, whatever the format they are demanding. So these things can be done easily without having any error. So it's up to you to explore the Mendeley in detail. I'm here to just introduce you all these things, although because we have a very limited time, then I cannot go with all the features which is there. But the major feature I have discussed with you, and it's your responsibility to explore it and know about the Mendeley in a detail. You know that in any software, they keep changing their the features as per the demand of the scholar, and whatever the demand they received, accordingly they change the system. So earlier it was it had a different interface. Now you can see this interface in your system. So you can work directly on the web page without installing the software in the system. You can directly work on the web page of the Mendeley with your logins, by putting your credentials over there, and you can log in yourself. But when you do any work on live, or we can say on the web page, it requires internet. But if you don't have internet access continuously, then you can go for the desktop, which is called Mendeley desktop, and at the end you can synchronize your data. It will upload it in the cloud, and whenever you log in again, your data would be there, even though your data has been deleted from your system, but still the Mendeley keep your data all the time till you do not delete it, and accordingly you can use it as per your need. So by this way, I would like to end the session for the first part, which is for the Mendeley. The second part that we are going to discuss, which is also very important. So I think I should move for the second software, or should I take the questions related with the Mendeley? Please.
Sir, I guess you can take the second part of the session and then questions can be addressed.
Okay, thank you. So I'm just going to introduce you another software which is also freely accessible, and I have taken these two things in the detail. The reason is that the free software always protect us with the ethical consultation. The reason is that if you are not paying and we are using those things, it is a very even problematic things as for us, and we can't use the unethical practices, or we whenever we get chances that the publisher can directly identify your article, and sometimes because of these things they may reject your article, even though you have put in a huge effort for your work, but they are not publishing your article only because you have not used the subscription based software. So another software which is very important, as you know, that as similar as the reference, the important segment is there, which is called analysis. So you know that the analysis is very important part for any statistical and any research process. But again, I would like to mention here that the analysis can be done with the help of software, but you should know the methodological portion. You should keep one thing in your mind, that the technology can't replace the methodology. So technology only help work as a facilitator to facilitate your work and to help your work and to be more precise, effective, and more fastly you can do your work. So if you don't have that much of sound knowledge in the statistics, definitely you would suffer. The reason is that again the SPSS is like what the SPSS cannot run your analysis without knowing what you have to run. So similarly, with this note, I would like to start the another sessions which is related with the GEMOB. GEMOB is one of the software which is freely available, freely accessible. So what is the spelling of GEMOB? Uh, JAMOVI. Just write the GEMOB word and you will see the first link which is appear in the Google search options, and the GEMOB state open now. So this is the first interface of GEMOB. I'm just showing you from where you can download the software and how we can say it is a free of cost software. It's always a kind of question that comes in our mind, whether it is freely accessible or not. So for that, let me go to the about section, and here you can read out the content, what they have written. All these are the people who have contributed and made it easy for us, and we definitely acknowledge them. Because of their effort, we are able to use the very even effective software, which is very even necessary for the pursuing any research work. So they usually ask that whenever you use GEMOB, only one thing you have to do, you have to cite their you have to write their references, you have to cite their contributions in your reference section. So they have given the references, how you have to write the references, and they requested somewhere that sometime the journals also ask you to clarify this software from where they have developed the country and city name. So they have written here in some of the occasion, if the author or publisher article or journals ask you to mention the name of the software and from where it has been developed, you can write the city or the country, because they have given all the link from where you have taken the software. So it is nothing to worry for the referencing. And interestingly, they also write all the references when you do analysis. I will show you one by one, but before that, let me show you the download section from where you have to download it. So this is the download section. Here the download, you can click and accordingly you can download. These are the different operating systems that we have in the window. We have all these options. So I would suggest you to go with the solid version. Although the current version is 2.0, but the solid version is the version which has been established and there's no manipulation and addition is going on. So when you download the current version, there is a chances where you can make your software can get kind of trouble, or sometime it gets hanged. So the problem you should not face. For that, I would suggest you to go with the solid version. Current version, in the current version, always they work and add or subtract something in the system. So therefore it always make a kind of trouble for us. So you should download it in the solid version. Once you click in the solid version, the system would start downloading. So I have already downloaded it and installed it. Again, in the GEMOB, there's no need for the sign-in. There's no sign-in account and all. You do not have to create the sign-in account. So it's also easy because you do not have to keep the database in their system. Therefore, they don't ask for the sign-in. So once you download it, you can create an icon on the desktop, or it will show in your system. Like if you are using Windows 10, it will show in the search bar. You can directly search it from here, because I have searched lots of time. Therefore, it is suggesting in the recent. Otherwise, you can type it like GEMOB, and it will show you if your system is already installed. It will show you here. So I'm just opening the software which is called GEMOB. It takes a bit time, so don't worry about the opening of the software, because it's based upon the certain Java based system. Therefore, sometime it takes time. Uh, Before that, let me share with you one important thing. You might be aware about the things, the software name R Studio. So R Studio basically is one of the version of Jamovi, or we can say the R Studio has developed the Jamovi. So they have a kind of synchronization. So whatever the development take place in R Studio, which is also free of cost, but on that you need to know the Java based programming, and you know how to write in the HTML languages in order to analyze the things. So this is a very even uh, uh, a kind of things that you can do in your basic knowledge of computer. So this is the first interface you can see in your computer when you open the Jamovi. Here, this is the data segment, and here you will find the output. So in SPSS, what happens, in every new tab you will get the output, but in Jamovi you will see side by side. When you do analysis here, you will get the output here. So it is moreover looks like some part is looks like Excel, and here the output looks like a SPSS. So one more important thing I would like to mention here, that in Jamovi you can use SPSS file, Excel file, and Jamovi file. If you have a Jamovi file, you can directly import it. If you have a SPSS file, you can also import it, because SPSS friendly, this software also accept the SPSS file, and the Excel file that you have created can also be imported in the data. Let me show you one by one the tab which is there. The first segment is the data, then analysis, then edit. So I'm going one by one. In the data, you can make your own database here, and accordingly I will show you what are the role of all these functions. Then we have analysis. All the analysis you will find here, like in the descriptive analysis you will find in this segment, t-test, in the independent sample t-test, pair sample t-test, one sample t-test, you will find more than two group. For more than two group you will find all these things, and it is non-parametric test you can find here. At the same time, we have a regression and correlation tab. In the regression tab you will find the correlation metric, partial correlation, linear correlation, and similarly regression. For regression it is also there. Then these are the frequency based, binomial, or the chi-square, and all these things you can do it. Then we have factor analysis, reliability analysis. If you want to calculate your reliability of your data, means convex alpha and all, you can do it directly from here. Then principal component method, these are the rotation method that we use in the factor analysis. Factor analysis is a kind of things that we use for the data reduction. And exploratory, confirmatory, all these factor analysis we use when we go for the structural equation modeling. In your system you would not find this tab, because I have added this tab with something I would show you one by one. So MedMod is the software, plugins, or you can say extension module, you can say, through which you can go for the mediation and moderation. And how you can use it, how you can install it, by clicking on module. Once you click on module, you will go for the Jamovi library. And in the Jamovi library, all the available other things which are not there as default, you can go and install as per your demand. So like I have already installed MedMod. MedMod means mediation and moderation. It will not basically at the beginning the default tabs would not appear with the MedMod. MedMod is the extra add-on facilities that you can directly install without any charges. So let me start one by one by showing you how we can do it. Let me show you. Suppose you have to import. Suppose you have collected your data and you have a database on. You have collected your data and the data is placed in your Excel sheet. Then can the Jamovi read the Excel sheet? Let me show you how. So I have gone in the import section, and suppose I have an Excel sheet like this. When I click on these segments, you can see that all the things in whatever it was in Excel has been appeared in the Jamovi. These things that you can see here, these are the missing value that I have intentionally left, because to show that how the other things you can find as a missing value. So all these three tabs you can find as default variable. So what you have to do, if you don't have you don't require all these things, you can delete it, because I have already created in the Excel file, therefore we have imported from there. Now you can see in the gender, the data is showing 2-1, and you know that the 2-1 has nothing, it has nothing any meaning. So suppose if we have to write 2 is the male and 1 is the female, or so what you can do, just click on these things, you will see the variable section. What I have done, just click on the variable segment and you will get all the things. You know that this segment is the nominal kind of things, like male, female are the nominal data. So you may select accordingly. So I have selected nominal, but the data is showing integer. So what you have to do, you have to write, like for one, if I write female, then only you can write like this, then male. And once you do it, what happens, you can see all the data has been changed in a male and female. So similarly, we do for the another things like 1, 2, 3 for the reason. Then let me do once again. If I want to make 1 for Delhi, 2 for suppose UP, 3 for suppose Bihar. So accordingly, you can see that all the variable has get changed. So what you have to do, you have to see that all the data is there. Now I'm going to show you how do we do analysis in the GEMOB. Let me start with the descriptive statistics. In the descriptive statistics, we have to click on exploration, and the data that you want to see, you can do it accordingly. And I'm just keeping all these things very fast, because all these variable I have imported from the description section. And you can see in the statistics, what are the things they are showing. These things is showing, like stress, attitude, EI and ER. There are 4 variables that we have observed, and you can see here that it is showing in terms of N missing value. You can see there are 2 missing value in EI. Accordingly, you can change it. Mean value, median, standard deviation, minimum, maximum. You don't want to see minimum median value, you could just unclick it and you can see that the data has been disappeared. And similarly, if you don't want minimum and maximum value, you can do it accordingly, right? So it's a very simple task. And interestingly, that whatever the data you have got here, output you have got here, you can directly copy and paste it in your Word file. By clicking on the right segment, you can copy and paste in your Word file. As I told you at the beginning, that they recommend you that all the time, whenever you use any statistical analysis, you must refer them. So reference is also there. So what you have to do, you have to select all. Once you select all, the reference would also copy it in your Word file. Let me copy it in somewhere in the next page. So you can see that easily you can copy and paste it in your Word file, and whatever the changes you want to do it, you can do. One important thing I wish to mention here, that this format is almost similar as the APA 7th edition format that they recommend for the table formulation. So it would not find, you will not find the same format in the SPSS, but in the GEMOB, you can find most of the things. Like in the APA format, we do not make column, we don't make column and row. So you can't see the row line of rows and as well as columns. So which usually we do it manually when we form the table, but in the GEMOB it always created. So it always create. So it also save a good time for us. For example, if you have to see skewness kurtosis, you can also do it. Like for example, if you have to see normality, just by one click you can see the normality and whether it is normality is there or not. You know that if the Sapiro will test we run, If the data is coming significant, it means the data is not normally distributed. So if all these are then significant, as because 0.01 level, the p-value is showing that all are significant. If the all are significant means none of the data is normally distributed. In that case, we go for non-parametric statistics, right? So I'm not going into that detail. I'm just showing you what are the feature it has. Like for example, when we go and see the data, one important element, all the options are there, you just explore it, all the options. I'm just giving you a brief introduction so that you can understand the feature of Jamovi. One important feature you can go and see, like suppose you want to make a average score, or for example you want to change the score which is there in some of the file. Let me show you some other file so that you can make a analysis. Like if I am importing the SPSS file, what happens? Like I have already data file in SPSS format. I'm just importing it. And you can see that this data file has been imported. And in the segment, you can see all the data has been created. So you can also, you can also import data in Jamovi with the help of SPSS data file. So it usually it does not happen. It does not happen in SPSS. In the SPSS only, SPSS read, as far as my knowledge is concerned, that the SPSS only read SPSS file. You can't upload any Excel file or any other file over there. Only they read SPSS file. If you don't have a SPSS file, you can't import it. But in the Jamovi, you have this opportunity that you can import either SPSS file or Excel file or Jamovi file. For example, suppose this is all the variable which has been already created in SPSS file, and I want to make suppose, for example, anything like let me show you one feature. For example, like I would like to add one variable here in order to make mean a score of all the values. Like if you have 10 items, then you generally go for the manual calculation, or in SPSS there is a function which we can also do. In this Jamovi, we do have this function, and you can do it accordingly. Like for example, if you go for the add here, either compute variable or transform. In the transform variable, what happens if you have reverse scoring? You can do it with the transform variable. There's options through which you can transform all the variable, not only with the one item, with all the item that you would like to reverse. So for example, let me first go through one by one. Like in compute variable, you can click on insert, and suppose I would like to make overall. Suppose I would like to make a sum of all these two variables, like workplace, for example, let's see, workplace well-being and general well-being. तो ये दोनों को हम जोड़ना चाहते हैं, and we want to make a single variable. So how you can do it? I have just created in the compute. What you have to do, just click on this add and compute variable and insert. So once we insert, we can go for the formula. If you have to make average of these two variables, you can do it. If you want to only sum it, you can also do it. Like I have to sum it, then I have click on the sum options. Then the variable name is workplace well-being and general well-being. Just search it. For example, these are the two. So when you double click on it, it will appear here. You have to use comma, then the another one. Once you do it, you have to click on enter button, and you can see all these values has been already added. So you have created another variable, and you can add all the variable. If you have to do like you have to create another variable with the mean score of all the item, you can do whatever the mathematics you want to do it. There is a formula. All this formula you can use this formula by making your new variable, which is called compute variable, right? As I told you that it has a very good function which is called transformation. Although I don't have this kind of data here, suppose for example, let me take any variable that we want to reverse, like in the CSR, for example, all these variables are 5-point rating scale. For example, any just a minute. Let's say trust one. All these variables that I have observed, which is in 5-point rating scale, and I believe that the trust one means the first item of the trust variable has a reverse or scoring, but we don't show in the questionnaire. Now we have to do it manually. So for that we have option in the Jamovi that you can do it. Also, it is also there in the SPSS, but in the Jamovi it is very much even user friendly. So in the transform, let's say trust R कर देते हैं, so that we can understand it is a reverse. So एक मिनट. So ये trust है. यहाँ पर हम एक और create करना चाहते हैं. Suppose we want to create a transform variable. You can see T2 has been written here, but we would like to change the variable like trust को. हम ये चाहते हैं कि इसको trust reverse के through हम दिखाएं. Trust R, right? So now we have to use the sources. Sources like trust trust one को हमें change करना है. We have to change the trust one. So let's take the trust one variable here, and now using the transformation, and we don't have any formula right now, therefore it usually change. If it is 4 here, then 4. So let me create one transformation here like reverse, and we have to take code. You can see here that there are different formula. Like if you want to change reverse scoring, 5 को हम change करना चाहते हैं 1 में. Similarly, we want to add double equal to, then 4 into 2, three into, of course it's a middle one, then it is 3, then we have 4 into, sorry, 3, 2 into 4, then the last one, one into 5. So after doing this, you can see that, okay, so now you can see the 4 has been changed into 2, 5 have been changed into 1, 3 into 3, 4 into 2. By doing this, you can easily reverse your score. Suppose I want to make same thing for the trust 2, but we don't want to do it for another variable, means you do not have to make the same formula, because we have already created the formula which is called reverse. Therefore, you can use easily for the trust 2. For example, let me add another transformation for the trust 2. Let's say trust 2 R, and here you have to select trust 2, and the formula which has been already created, which is showing here, then only click on the reverse, and you can see the 4 has been changed into 2. Similarly, you can do with the one command, you can do all the things that you want to do. Sometimes what happens that in some of the occasion, we want to do analysis, but not for all. Like if we have a male and female 2 kind of data, but we want to run the analysis for the male only. So what we can do, we can filter it, and filter, there's another segment through which you can do it. In the filter, suppose in the gender, we want to make it one for, suppose one for male, one for female and two for male. So suppose we want to take it 2 for female only, so 2 for male only is equal to double is equal to 2, and once you click it, you can see here that the how it has been filtered out. So filtered in the sense that what the data is there in the 2 section in the gender, it has been filtered out. So in the filter, what actually in the gender we see should be, sorry, text. So इसमें जेंडर नहीं दिखा रहा है, तो इसलिए शायद ये फिल्टर आउट नहीं हुआ है. Let me show you the another data. So accordingly you can change the you can transform and you can select the data as per your requirement. I would take 2 or 5 more minutes to conclude all these things, because it is the very important part that we usually struggle during the analysis part. So all the features which is there, you can practice it because in the GEMOB you will find certain inbuilt database, and by using those inbuilt database you can run your analysis. So let me once again import the from this PC, then the Excel sheet. So as you have seen here, that 1, 2 we were created earlier, but let me make the name once again. Save nahi kiya tha maine. Okay. So suppose okay. Why it is happening? I don't know why this data is not taking in the Excel format. कुछ problem हो सकता है, इस वजह से भी नहीं ले रहा हो. So like this, if you want to filter out, like we want to use the data analysis only for the male or only for the female, you can filter out from here and just use the gender as a variable. And as you have given 2 for the female, you can do it like this. So you can see whatever the female is there has been clicked with the green, and now further analysis they will not consider, means the GEMOB will not consider the data of the male because it has been deselected and it has been selected. Accordingly you can run analysis as per your need. So this feature I wanted to share with you. So in the GEMOB there are some inbuilt database through which you can do your practices. Like when you go for the open data library would show. So there are 4 database they have given for the practice sessions. So you can do your practices according to your interest. So like big 5 factor, you know that this is the personality big 5 factor. So they have already given all the 5 factors data, hypothetically created data, neuroticism, extroversion, openness. So you can run any one of the analysis. For example, if you want to go for the correlation matrix, similarly, simply you have to suppose you want to see correlation with 1 to all of the others. You may do it by selecting all the variables, and by clicking on this If you see that all these variables are observation are the parametric, then you can go for Pearson, otherwise Spearman. It's up to interest. Now you can see here that how it has been created a correlation matrix, and very surprisingly that Jamovi does not actually give you a kind of diagonally repeated correlation matrix that you can find in SPSS. Here you have a simple one side correlation which usually appear in the second side as well, and it would be generally we generally manually we eliminate or delete it because it is a repeated kind of things. Suppose it is significant or not, you want to see in the star format, then click on the flag significance. You can see now it is in a star. The single star, it means the significant at 0.05 level, double means 0.01 level, and triple means 0.001 level. So this is a very simple. You have a different functions. You just have to go through it and you will explore what actually function is all about. So similarly, if you want to go for mediation, you can do it on your one click. Like suppose you have a you see that neuroticism is suppose extroversion is a predictor and openness is the dependent variable and some agreeableness is the mediating variable. So accordingly you can see that how they easily give you analysis. Like here you can see the analysis, direct, indirect, direct, and if you have to see some path estimate, you can click on this and you will see that direct how the extroversion and agreeableness has significancy or not in terms of their relations. And you can see here from the indirect and direct relations and total relation as well. So these are the major features. I would request you to go with all the tabs which is available as default, and you can add some other modules from the library which is also freely accessible, and you can run your analysis here, whatever you do in the SPSS, and you will find that how much it is comfortable, user friendly, and importantly that you can directly copy and paste it in your Word file, which is already formulated in the APA format. Most of the things are in APA format. I'm not saying all the things are in APA format, but maximum tabulation I have seen that they formulated in APA format that you can directly place in your text. So it is also one of the advantages that we can find in Jamovi. After all, it's all about your practice, how you can go and explore the things and see that what are the feature is there, and you can refer different YouTube video is also available, and through YouTube video you can explore it. But I would recommend you to explore the Jamovi if you don't have the access of SPSS. Once you will be friendly in Jamovi, you would be more comfortable to do analysis as compared to the SPSS. Although the SPSS are different extra features you would not find in the Jamovi, but most of the features that we usually frequently use in our research work, which is there in the Jamovi, and you can explore it as per your requirement. So with this, I would like to end this my session, and